Tubi has been on a wild tear over the past few years. So the Super Bowl was just one of those milestone moments. We currently sit at over 100 million monthly active users. We are part of the Fox portfolio, so the incredible opportunity to simulcast the Super Bowl came about this year. We executed flawlessly, much in thanks and in part to our incredible tech and product team. It was the most streamed Super Bowl in history. But it was really unique because I think what we saw is that the viewers that were coming to Tubi were definitely a different type of sports fan. If you think about people who have to work on Super Bowl Sunday, they might be on their phone. If you think about people who aren't hardcore sports fans, admittedly like myself, you might be more interested in the culture around the sport, the fashion. So we, yes, simulcast the Super Bowl, which was a massive success, but we also complemented it with unique programming, a pregame show that was hosted by Olivia Culpo, and it was the Tubi red carpet. It was the first time that the Super Bowl had a red carpet, and it was really fun. We interviewed people coming through the tunnel, talked about their fits, and from an advertiser component, we made it shoppable. So we have a partnership with ShopSense, and users could scan the QR code on the lower third and shop the looks on Tubi. We're really fortunate to partner with Elf Cosmetics, who sponsored the Tubi shot, had a shop directly in the store. So it was really a 360 experience for our consumers. And it was an incremental audience. We brought in really young viewers who tended to skew female.
Speaking of milestones, this past week Nielsen announced that streaming has surpassed linear TV for the first time. How important is that? And as a viewer, to me it's just TV. Do you define Tubi as streaming TV? Do you define it as TV? And how should advertisers define it?
Yeah, I think that we're definitely breaking down a lot of the silos and I think that equates to media strategies and investment strategies as well. Look, linear is still huge. Look at things like the Super Bowl, right? I think what it is that means you just take a look at your mix, especially in the upfront, and really now consider where you can find incrementality across all platforms. So Tubi is an entertainment company, so you should think about us as a place where people come to find joy, relaxation, their fandoms, and what's really unique about our brand is that they also find their community.
So the Super Bowl, just one more question about that, is a unique experience in television. It's so mass, it's live. How is live that has become much more embraced by streaming across the board? How important is live to Tubi these days?
You know, what I'll say is that over 90% of Tubi's viewership is on demand, actually. So primarily VOD, right? These are people who are coming to the platform with intent to watch something. We do have a few hundred fast channels as well, where there's content that is more linear type format and piped in. And then of course we have some of these incredible momentous tentpoles like the Super Bowl. As of right now, we're really leaning into where we're seeing our viewers finding content and where most of those eyeballs are going, which is on demand. So for us, that is where we are focusing the most, but we're super proud of the technical chops that we have and our ability to scale things to streaming like the most watched live event in the US.
So as streaming TV becomes just TV for, as I said, for consumers and advertisers, the rise of fast is also happening fast, right? So how is that changing the dynamic in terms of streaming advertising and what advertisers can expect?
Well, I think it depends on how you define fast. So we use so many acronyms in our industry. Free ad-supported television, right? That in and of itself has the word TV in it. So I think if we think about the proliferation of all of these different ways of viewing, really what that means for us is helping our advertisers meet consumers where they are and within whatever context that they're watching. So we have the largest free library in all of streaming, over 275,000 movies and TV shows. And what that means is that you can show up authentically no matter what format people are watching it in. If it's on their gaming console, if it's on their mobile mobile device, if it's in a linear channel environment, or if they're choosing to watch a movie, or if they're choosing to watch a kids movie. It's really just about meeting the consumer where they are, and I think it's opened up, fragmentation means opportunity as well.